Well, here we are again, day 2 of George's virtual tractor day. I had some fair feedback on Facebook last night, so we're going to go again and see what it's like. Some was good feedback, some said I ought to do more of these blogs, so you never know, I might do it. I have put on what I put on Facebook on YouTube, see if it's any good on there, and maybe this will continue, we'll see. Today I'm going to tell you a bit about some orange and blue stuff. Don't get excited if you're a Fordson man, because it's not Fordson's, but it should be alright. We'll see what we do. Anyway, we'll have a go and see the feedback's like on this one. If you do like it, share it, because apparently people that I expect to see it haven't seen it. It's doing a Facebook picking who they want to go and see, so see what you can do. If you can share it round and give it some likes and drop some names in it, it'll spread it round and see if we can get a bit of a blog going. I haven't heard back from Ivor James to see what he thought of it, and Steve Davis was getting very excited because I was going to open another shed up. I was going to tease him a bit, but I don't think I will. I'll just launch straight into it and he can get his sexual things over, and then we can get on to decent tractors after that. Anyway, see what you think, and I'll see you later. Well, yesterday for George's tractor day, George's virtual tractor day, we did a tour of the lower end of the scale. We looked around the rubbish, I suppose you call it, but actually there's some interesting stuff and I had some good feedback, so we're going to continue. Things do improve now, not a lot. So let's have a look and see what we can find. Right, so this is my Nuffield Leyland collection. I've got 6 somewhere, I think. Oh, 6 Nuffields there anyway, 2 Leylands. Not my favourite tractor, I've got to say. I think they were designed by a committee and they never actually met. Every part of a Nuffield is good, but put it all together and it is a heap of crap in my opinion, but there you go. And in its day, it was before its time, I suppose. 1948 the first one was out, and it was a brilliant tractor when you look at it compared to E27N. It was streets ahead, but then it didn't go any further, and here we are. You get back to this Leyland and it's the same gearbox, same sort of level, looks better, but it's the same crappy thing to get on and off. But anyway, that's having a moan really. So what have we got then? If I do it in the order I bought them in, really, I suppose. We started originally with Lisa, and Lisa was the tractor I bought for my grandson Harry. It was done as a bit of a wind-up really. It wasn't in very good order. I gave £100 for it. It was seized up and wasn't any good. So Lisa's the name on the front. You can see on the front of this one. There actually isn't a lot of Lisa left because Lisa was in such a shocking state. The tin work was rotten and the engine was no good. So I found another engine for it. We put the engine in it, and that's the engine that's in that tractor now. It was very good. It was out of a JCB, got plenty of poke. But with the poke you needed to stop, and you couldn't stop the thing, and the mud guards were falling off, and it wasn't very good at all. So I thought the easiest way to find something was look for a scrap one, and but with good tin work. And so I was browsing through eBay and I found exactly what I wanted. Tractor with good tin work, tractor a little bit out of the split liner of the engine, and that was this one. And it's Nuffield 460, and I was lucky. I bought it for, I think it was £420. Anyway, I rang the chap up about it and he told me what I wanted to do. I said I just need the tin off it really, and he said don't scrap it, don't scrap it. He said this is too good for that, put your engine in it. So I thought, well, all right. Anyway, it was up in Lincolnshire, and I got my brother to pick it up for me. His daughter was up there at university, and so he brought it back, and when I went to see it, I found it was actually an Oxfordshire tractor. Now, I'm an Oxfordshire boy, really, and so when we got walking round it, looked at the nameplate on the side, and it was Peter Turney. And I used to deal with Peter Turney when I first started in business, so it was quite a connection. And again, browsing through eBay, I found a JCB engine, or an engine out of a JCB to fit it. So I bought it and I fitted that. So we put this tractor together. I mean, this tractor is really good. It's still got all its rubber knobs on the levers. I don't know if you can see the hydraulic levers back there, but they've still got them. The throttle's still got its nice square one on it. It's got all its lights. It's got an Oxfordshire number plate. The front, I have to admit, was a bit battered, and so I have changed that. I found a nicer front for it. But apart from that, it's more or less as I bought it, as I've found it. So it goes well. Still a horrible tractor to get on and off. But that is one that I would consider to be worthy of an oily rag. I wouldn't want to do anything to that. Now the next one we bought was, I'm still hunting for a tractor, so did the same thing, and I went and bought this one, this Nuffield 460 in the corner, and that one was much the same. The big ends had gone on it. Anyway, I brought it back, got it back home, and of course I'd got the engine out of the other 460, and I thought if I put these two engines together, I've got a good tractor. So that's what we did. We put the engine together. Unfortunately, the diesel tank sprung a leak, and we took it off and tried to mend. It wasn't very successful, so it got left, and it was stuck in this shed for 2 years, maybe, perhaps 3 years. It's just stood there ready to go, but the diesel tank was off it. So it stopped there, and so I'm still hunting for bits for the tractors. And then I found, I did a deal on I bought a Power Major and a Nuffield, or this Nuffield, as part of a deal with my Range Rover. I swapped them for, I don't know what the amount I've paid for it is really, because it was a straight swap from my old Range Rover, which I couldn't have sold. And I had this Nuffield, a Power Major, and a Land Rover. And the Land Rover, well, I might show you that in a minute. It's quite a good one. Anyway, a good deal as far as it goes. This tractor was seized up, but it got a good engine. The engine was with it, so I thought, right, we're away, we'll be able to do that. But then I thought, well, actually, Lisa was still there, still not good. So what we did in the end, we took the engine out of Lisa, and we put it into this one, and we left the old chassis members there as a souvenir, but we've turned this into quite a good tractor. It's certainly got the power. It's a lot more power than the original one. It's being a later engine, and it goes well. We've used it. We did some harrowing with it and a bit of rolling, and no problems with it at all. So Harry's finally got his tractor. It's taken 9 years to get to that stage, but we have got there. Now, his dad PJ, he's always had a bit of a thing for Nuffield, so he bought this one, which is a 1060. That's a 10-speed one. That's got a 6-cylinder Leyland engine in it. It needs a bit of work. It's quite good. It had different back wheels on it when it came to us, and I'd got the wheels that are on it now as spares, so we've done a swap on those, and I've put the wheels that came off onto another tractor, so it's all good. It needs a bit of body work doing on it, but we've got where we got the moth holes in the front here. We've got another good front there with a little bit of welding. We can make that good. It might get painted, I don't know, but it does go like stink. And although it's still not a tractor I love, it has got some poke. Now, back in the corner, that was the tractor I bought, that again for tin work. It was in a sale. I bought it for 400 quid. It's got everything on that I wanted really to refurbish Lisa. But you look at it, I mean, it's so good and genuine. It's got everything. It's got the grills in the front. It's got the lights on it. It's got the mud guards. Somebody has painted it at some stage. It's lighter blue, but lighter blue. What am I saying? It's lighter orange. So when I bought the tractor back there with a spare engine, that was the original engine for this type of tractor. So I've put that engine into this one. So this is got the correct engine, it's the correct tractor. It's got those horrible hubs on it, which stick out and break off gate posts. On the other tractor, they've been sawn off, which sort of spoils its originality, improves it as far as I'm concerned, but those nasty things stick out and catch gate posts and do all sorts of things. So they're staying as they are. This tractor's staying as it is. Don't know whether I don't know if I dare spray this one up or do anything to it. It's too original. I have put that front weight on it. That was on the other tractor, more to protect the front of it because it's a bit vulnerable. So that sat there. But the nice thing about it was that when I actually started poking around it, it comes from Peter Turney again. So it's a earlier tractor from the same place. This one's a 1952 or something like that, and this one's 1963, I think. So 1963. So 11 years apart, and it's the same tractor. Now the little BMC diesel one here, this was in the same condition as the one in the corner when I bought it. It was all straight, but it was a bit rough, and I fancied a 3-cylinder one to match up to the 1060. So we got a 342 and a 1060. They're about the same age. It was all running, but it wasn't running nicely, so I bought it for the right price. And it was just some fiddling about with the pump. I got in there and played around with the pump, and I've got it to run fairly good now. But it was actually up at my brother's, and he got a team of really good blokes working for him. And I said, well, about spraying it. So they sprayed it. Now you can see that tractor there. Now you tell me which is the best. You've got that one which has been painted. It didn't take long to do it. You've got that one which is what I would call oily rag condition. You've got that one in the corner which I'd be very loath to touch. And you've got the other 1060 over there. Now if I put that on Facebook and said, shall I paint it or oily rag, I'd have them screaming oily rag. But how can you say that that is better than that? Because I don't think there's any comparison. That tractor is still going to be good in, I mean, that was sprayed up probably 3 years ago now, and look at it, it's beautiful. So I am an oily rag fan, but only because I'm lazy. It's just an easy way of doing it. But to me, if you've got the time and you don't spend a fortune on it, that's the way to go. Now look, when Nuffield's finished, they turned over to Leyland's, and I bought this one. This was another super deal I had. I bought 3 tractors for £1,000, and I bought them over the phone. I was told what they were. You always take a bit tongue-in-cheek, but this was one of them, and it was stood out in the field. There was this one and 2 David Brown 880s, red ones. This one was, as you see it, the 880 was restored, but it had not been restored very well. When I actually started poking around, there was a lot of body filler in it, so I have sort of reverted that one a little bit. Still got it, and you'll see that later. But this one, all this wants is wiring. Apparently the wiring caught fire, so they took all the wiring off. It does start on the key, and you can drive it, but the essentials are missing effectively. But again, not a bad tractor for the money. It's got the tyres on it are what you see. It's got all its glass. It's got all its doors. Again, it's still this horrible bloody Nuffield gearbox inside it, and wrist cracker and all sorts. So I thought they got it right when they built the Leyland, but it's not quite as good as I thought. And this one, this is the last one I bought. No, it isn't the last one, but it's coming on. I've had that one about 3 years. It was on Facebook. A chap put it on there, and he said the head gasket's gone. He didn't have time to do it, didn't know how to do it, and so he wanted 500 quid for it. And he had all the idiots in the world coming back on there and give you £200 scrap. They were just stupid offers, and I messaged him and I said, if it's what you say, I'll give you 500 quid. And so I gave him the 500 quid. I went and picked it up from Bideford. It was exactly what you see in there. The door, I've got the door. I've taken the door off and it's in the workshop because there's one window missing. But it was on the thing. It's got power steer and it's got a pickup hitch. And it's a cracking little tractor. It runs nicely. The cab is bloody awful. It rattles and bangs and stuff like that. But I haven't done anything other to it than change the head gasket. And that's something else I've done in this lockdown period. And I'm really pleased with it. There was a battery on it which I hadn't done anything to at all. And I charged it up thinking not a chance. And the battery is actually good. It's holding its charge and it will start. So it was okay. I still can't get excited about it. I've got a lot of tractors I do. I can't say there's a bad tractor in it, but I can't say there's a tractor in it that I really like. So that sort of sums up my view of the Nuffields. Now, how long have we been going? Oh Christ, 14 minutes. I'll just give you a quick show of what I bought with that one, and then that'll do for today. So I've only got to go next door. So here we go, it's the Aladdin's cave here. We like to have plenty of little holes to hide stuff in. There, how's that? That's a 1964 petrol Land Rover. It's as straight as you can see it there now, everywhere. There's a tiny bit of rust on the cross member at the back, but apart from that, it's all original. It's got genuine 34,000 miles on the clock. It wouldn't start now if I got in it because the battery would be flat if there's a battery on it. But it's too. I don't know what to do with it because I daren't run it because if I put a dent in it, I do devalue it. I've been offered quite a lot of money for it really, and I don't know whether to sell it or what to do. But for the moment, it's stopping here. I've got another Land Rover somewhere else, which I hate that thing as well. It's good, isn't it? This is all this British built stuff. These Land Rovers are the most awful things out to drive. There's no leg room or anything for a chap my size. But it is what it is. Down in front here, a couple of better engines. These are two major engines I picked up. As far as I know, they're okay. I haven't tried them, I haven't had to try them. There's a core plug missing in this one on the left hand side. And the other one, I did pinch the injector pump off it and that was okay. So all good. So there we are, that'll do for day 2 of George's virtual tractor day. Have a little view out, see my view. Can you see the windmills in the distance? Aren't they lovely? Every time one of those turns, my brother-in-law makes a quid. Anyway, that'll do for now. We'll see what the comments are like and maybe back again tomorrow with some more tractors. So, how did I do? That was tractors. Was it boring or was it... are you riveted to the screen? What did you think? Give me some feedback. I want the feedback. I can't do it if you don't tell me what you want. If you enjoy what I'm doing and rambling on about, that's fine. If you don't like it, don't be too cruel, but just tell me so I can get it right. My family will usually tell me it's shit anyway, but that doesn't matter. We're used to that. Never mince your words. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed it, and if I've got time, I'll do another one tomorrow and see how we go. Bye for now.